There's a big update coming in of MiG-21 crashing in Rajasthan. A MiG-21 is said to have crashed in Rajasthan, and these are the visuals that we are playing out. This is in Hanumangarh in Rajasthan, where the incident took place. The initial videos from the spot show that immediately after the crash, a lot of local residents immediately rushed in. We are waiting for more information on the details of those who were on board, whether they have been taken to hospital, what is their condition. We are waiting for more details on that. But these are the visuals from the spot immediately after the crash. The local residents from the area immediately rushing in. This is a MiG-21 that has crashed in Rajasthan. It is likely to be during a sortie that it took place. The fighter jet is said to have crashed. A detailed probe will be ordered into what really went wrong. My colleague Bhavar joining us on the broadcast with the details. Bhavar, what are the details available at this point? Okay, all right, we'll go to Bhavar in just a moment, but these are the details coming in. MiG-21 that has crashed in Rajasthan. Initial information coming in of the local residents immediately rushing to the spot and are trying to help out those who were on board. The residents are said to have gone immediately. These were the first responders. The moment the MiG-21 crashed, there was a huge thud, after which the local residents rushed there to evacuate those who were on board. Very sketchy details coming in at this point, but this is a fighter plane MiG-21 that has crashed in Hanumangarh in Rajasthan. These are the details coming in at this point. A detailed probe likely to be into the crash and what really went wrong, whether it was a technical glitch, whether it was because of any weather conditions that the crash took place, or whether it was something else. So a detailed probe will be able to give out details of what happened. Consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary on the broadcast with us with the details. Srinjoy, very sketchy details coming in at this point, but we're seeing visuals of the first responders, the local residents immediately rushing in after the crash of the MiG-21.
Yes, the MiG-21 has. The Air Force has not announced anything as yet. What we do know is that the crash has happened, and the pilot, that is the most important thing, that we know as of now, the pilot is safe. So that's really the news coming in, that yes, there has been a MiG-21 crash in Rajasthan, but the pilot, fortunately, is safe. That is the information we have right now. The pilot is safe. Of course, there will be an inquiry ordered. There will be an inquiry to find out what the reason is. There can be really three or four reasons. The first, of course, could be a technical reason. We will have to find out what kind of technical reason it is, if it is a technical reason. Secondly, it could be pilot error. Thirdly, it could be something else, whether it's weather or a bird strike or something like that. So that will be explained by an inquiry. But we know that the plane is down, but the pilot, most importantly, is safe.
Okay, all right. Srinjoy, also recently the Indian Airforce had also marked 60 years of the induction of MiG-21 into its fleet of aircraft. It's been a very important part of the IAF, but there have also been several accidents that have been reported, including in just the last 20 months or so, about 6 accidents that had been reported of MiG-21s.
It is true, there have been accidents. The important thing is any plane, whether it's the MiG-21, whether it's as a plane as recent as the Rafale, before it gets into the air, it has to be checked. And every plane, when it goes out for a training sortie or anything else, is checked. So this MiG-21 was definitely airworthy before it was taking off. So something would have happened in the flight. Now, as far as the MiG-21 is concerned, yes, they are older planes. There is no dispute about it. But this is probably one of the best Bison planes. Now, the Bisons, basically, apart from the airframe, everything is new. Or consider much newer is, I would say, that would still make it about 20 years old. But the point is, every plane is airworthy before it is, and only after it's cleared does it take off. But otherwise, too, we are seeing that fewer and fewer MiG-21s will be with the Air Force, and it is possible that within a few years, there will be no MiG-21s left.
Okay, so the IAF is phasing it out, but also the information that's coming in at this point, we are playing out the live visuals that are coming in from Hanumangarh as well. We can see a lot of residents who immediately rushed in. The initial information that is coming in, Srinjoy, like you mentioned, is that the pilot has escaped unhurt. So that is a big relief that has come in. The pilot is said to be safe as of now and has escaped unhurt.
Yes, that is the main news that we are getting, that the pilot is safe. And that's the most important thing. The pilot is safe. Of course, there'll be an inquiry to find out why the plane went down. There's no dispute about that. The respective command will do the inquiry. But eventually, the fact that the pilot is safe is obviously the most important thing. As far as the MiG-21 is concerned, sure, it's an old plane. There's no dispute about it. But the plane was airworthy or considered airworthy by all the technicians, by the engineers before it took off. And it should have been okay. But all kinds of things happen on flights. There's no dispute about that. So we will have to find out, wait for the inquiry, whether it's a technical fault, whether it's a pilot error, whether it's something else, bad weather, bird strike, anything can happen. So we'll have to wait for the inquiry. But as of now, we know the pilot is safe. Yes, the MiG-21 is down. Officially, of course, the Air Force is yet to say anything. But we've seen the visuals and we've spoken with people.
Yes, but unfortunately, MiG-21 has been in the news for wrong reasons as well several times in the past, which is why many have also dubbed it a flying coffin because of the history that it has. Over 400 MiG-21 aircrafts have crashed in just the last 60 years.
Well, it has to be said that if you calculate the crash rates per a certain amount of flying, there are other planes which have worse crash rates. There are other variants of the MiG which have other worse crash rates. What we do know is that the MiG-23, according to the APJ Abdul Kalam report, which we accessed many years ago, the MiG-23 and the MiG-27 both had worse crash rates than the MiG-21. But because there are so many more MiG-21s, the numbers of crashes of MiG-21s is higher.
Okay.
But the 23 and the 27 had, per a certain amount of flying time, had worse crash rates.
Okay, all right. Request you to